Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, Miss. Today my name is Sinta Deviana. Sorry, my name is Sinta Deviana. I'm from 548 class. Today I will presentation my presentation about romanticism. But before it, I want to explain about my concept of presentation. First, I will explain about the definition of romanticism and the history of romanticism and also characteristic literature of romanticism. Don't forget, I also explain about poetry, prose, and drama. Okay, let's get to the first one. Uh, the definition of romanticism. Before it, I want to ask you all, do you know what is romanticism? Hmm? Uh, if you don't know, uh, many people think that romanticism is a war event or a political movement, but actually it's so wrong because the real definition is the real definition of romanticism is a movement or a flow of art, literature, and intellectuals originating from Europe, which was deliberately created to refer to the emergence of a new idea with the aim of making this movement a revolution against the aristocratic social and political characteristic of the previous period. So, guys, don't get me wrong again, okay? Okay, next, I will explain about the history of romanticism. It seems impossible if behind a period there is not history, right? Okay, first, romanticism is happening or the period occur in around 18th until 17th century. For the firstly, uh, why this movement is happening? Because there is a misery is happen on the previous period, and on this previous period that makes so their society want to change to be better and to be independent with this movement, of course. Therefore, romanticism, offering called as one of the milestone of the French Revolution. It start from 1789 with three motto. The first, liberty; second, equality; and the third, fraternity. Uh, Romanticism, it's also popular. Uh, it's also popular. It's also famous because of as form of resistance or rebellion to neoclassical art. But do you know why romanticism as form of the resistance or rebellion to neoclassical art? Because neoclassical art can be said, it is art it is a art that balance and static. There so the 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 society want to change to be better art, to be new art with this movement. this movement is also finally success leave the social convention of the past. Uh, Apart from this cause, there are also cause of the Romanticism period, such as the economic downturn and the Industrial Revolution. But before before we next, I wanna ask you, do you know where is the name? Why this period can be called Romanticism? Where does the name Romanticism come from? Actually, the name Romanticism stem from the term romance, which is taken from the heroic narrative of prose or poetry and comes from a medieval literature, which means the achievement of a change made by community. So this is how the name Romanticism comes up. Okay, next, after I explain about the definition and history, in this period it must be have a literature, and I want to explain characteristic literature of Romanticism. Uh, firstly, Romanticism. Firstly, Romanticism. Uh, Characteristic literature of Romanticism came from uh, the, some several it came from several motto such as emotion is a more important than reason, nature is the prime bringer of happiness, nature is the best teacher of moral, a language of poetry should be language of rural people, and finally that makes some character in works on romanticism period such as number one, the characteristic number one, usually in make some works, uh, it contain elements is subjective and there is an emphasis on individualism. So in the works usually contain subjective and emphasis on individualism. Characteristic number two, uh, you there is a spontaneity and very emotional on the works and that's make uh, works look like natural because when uh, sorry because when the works it makes spontaneity and very emotional. And the characteristic number three, uh, there is a content freedom from the rule of the solitary life. Characteristic number four, uh, in make some work usually this period priorities imagination and feeling over than reason and thought. So that makes works look like natural because there is spontaneity and emotional include in the works, and also it making ima- uh, and also there is imagination and feeling uh, when uses imagination and feeling uses than a reason and thought. Okay, after characteristic literature, after I explain characteristic literature and of romanticism in literature is also it must be have a poetry, prose, and drama. Now I will explain about poetry. In this period, poetry its development is well. There is also a writer. There is also many writer, uh, popular writer in this period, such as William Wordsworth, or he can call Nature's High Praise, with his popular works. The title is The Prelude, and not only him, there's also Samuel Taylor Coleridge with his popular works. The title of Ode on Destruction of Bastille. There's and then Ode to France. Uh, and there's also Sir Walter Scott with his popular works, the title of The Lady of the Last Minstrel and The Lady of the Lake. Uh, After that, there's also Percy Shelley. She with her popular works, Alas to the Spirit of Solitude, and don't forget, I also and don't forget there's also John Keats. Do you know? He is um very popular writers because there's one title. It sounds, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. It's a nothing forever. It's a love lines increase. It will never pass into nothingness. From this statement, it makes him so very famous. The statement that it came from a poetry, the title of a Endymion. Okay, next, there's also prose. Prose. There's also prose. In this period, prose it not almost popular. It or the development is so slow. But in this period, there was an emergence of prose literary works of nonfiction. Yeah, this period, the nonfiction, uh, it's there in this period, prose. Uh, in this period, there is a nonfiction on prose. What is a nonfiction? It is such as history and biography and literary criticism, religious and essay. Actually, it's central, but I have I I chose five example from my presentation. Uh, and uh, even this period, prose is not almost popular, but uh, in this period still have works, uh, several works. It's almost popular. It's almost such as the essay with title "The Essay of Elia." It's created on 1823. It is a essay, and there is also conventionals of an English opium eater, decreed by Thomas de Quincey on 1821. Not only that, not only them, there's also novel in this period. It's so popular, uh, such as Guy Mannering on 1815, The Heart of Middleton 1818 on 1818, and uh, The Bride of Lammermoor on 1819. All of them the created by Walter Scott. Yeah, all of this novel the created by Walter Scott. Uh, beside them, beside the beside them, create some is essay or biography or novel. There's also woman the there's also a writer's woman. It's almost productive in development her works in the field of prose. It is it is Jane Austen with her works, popular works. I give example Pride and Prejudice, Prejudice. Sorry, it is the Pride and Prejudice on 1813, and uh, in this in this period there is also drama, but the drama is different with another works because in this period drama having some bad having because yeah, like I said, literary works of drama suffer downturn. Yeah, and it's happening because there is not and therefore there is not literary works of drama were created uh, because literary works of drama suffer a downturn, and therefore there is not literary works of drama. So in this period drama is not development as well, or nothing drama in this period. What's happening? Because the middle class who dominate British society do not appreciate literature of drama. Yeah, this in this period, many people, the middle class, who dominate this British society, and they want to appreciate it literary of drama. And then the middle class of British is think that literary works of drama it's a less flexible. Why? I explain to you. In this period, in the previous period, they have a misery. They have a terrible situation, and in the new period they want to be enjoy, they want to be freedom on on a lifetime. So in this period, home in this period, they have a opinion if house is important aspect in the lifetime, and therefore they only want to choose works can be enjoyed at the house. So therefore the drama can be development well in this period because the drama to be go out go outside to enjoying, but novel like such as novel or poetry can be enjoyed in the house. So drama, it's a not no money, no nothing, not nothing drama in this period. Okay, I think it's all of my presentation. If there is a mistake of me, there is a less of me, I'm so sorry. mm, but thank you for watching my video, thank you for attention me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.